Hello, hello, hello. This is the Pat Riot Show.
We're here at 1100 Orlando Avenue. We're producing some shows here, and then we're also going to reopen this venue to the public here shortly, and continue producing the TV shows and continue to do networking mixers every Sunday. We are connecting with all the local artists in the area, all the local musicians in the area, all the local entrepreneurs, investors and realtors and real estate professionals, any business professional or anybody that we find to be particularly inspiring. We would like to have them come in. A lot of times we have photo shoots and we can do interviews on the spot for their business and promote their content across several social media accounts and websites. So we have a good service to offer to local business owners and musicians and artists and entrepreneurs here for free at 1100 Orlando Avenue. We're here pretty much every Sunday producing the shows and networking with other professionals in the area in preparation for the launch of the venue. So that's what we're doing here.
Well, what you got sitting here, brother, is a miracle. I shouldn't be lying. I actually did die once. My wife brought me back to life, And I got 3 years now not fighting that disease of Hep C. I did the Revivir and the interferon. That was miserable and it didn't work for me. And so I am a miracle sitting here. And also when I first came to California, which was 1982, and I said, please God help me. I haven't had a drink for 35 years now. And I was real heavy into the 12-step programs when I first got here, and I went through what is now River City. It was Myrtle's then, Myrtle's Recovery House. And as a result, I had some amazing people around me. Mr. Bob Wimberly was like a brother to me. Marge Kemp from Sacramento Recovery House. Gordon from If House. And I had a lot of amazing mentors in my life that at the same time I became a general contractor. So what happened was in 1989 I became a general contractor and opened the first licensed recovery home in West Sacramento. And then I ran transitional homes all over Sacramento and things like that. And I always had 24 people in the houses, and I figured that I got about $750,000 invested in what I figure is God's will, because doing things my way never worked, and so I got to not drink, and that was such a miracle for me that I've helped a lot of people do just that, not drink, and
Right.
or some of them do, some of them don't, But I'm a lot older now, and then when I got this paper and I had the guitar out of the closet, wrote all the songs, wrote the album, and it wasn't enough, and I kept praying to God, and then one by one people kept coming to me and saying this and saying that and talking to me about this and talking to me about that, to the point where this here little United Citizens for America is for every American in America, to the point where, if we can unite enough, we'll get a grip on our country that no one could ever change, period. And I don't believe that's real hard to do, because, what I say in this show is, if we're not here to love and care for each other, why are we here, And what you got is a lot of evil forces in the world that really don't want Donald Trump alive, and that is very sad to me, as an American, and what I know is Donald Trump is in the same shoes as JFK was right now, and when they shot JFK, I watched my mother cry for 3 days, and that was terrible. I never really understood it, At 60 years old, getting a copy of this newspaper, I grew up in Miami, and You know, I was there in the 60s, and I had friends in the Vietnam War and stuff like that, you know. And I wasn't in California, and Miami was different. In California, they was flipping buses over there. But this is home now, and it's the only home I really ever known, because my past is very colorful, is what a creditor said my credit was once. And you know, I didn't get to California on a winning streak, and I was literally dying on the streets, and Sacramento literally loved me back to life, and I got to learn to live, you know.
So where are you from originally?
That's why at the bottom of our paperwork says a program for living.
So where are you from?
I was born in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, and then you traveled around a little while?
Well, I was 6 months old when my folks brought me to Miami.
So Miami, and you grew up in Miami?
I grew up in Miami.
Uh-huh.
I grew up in Miami. And in the summers when I was young, you know, my mother would send me to her brother's place, you know, to the farm, and I'd work on Uncle Jack's farm, Farmer John. And I had an amazing family. They were veterans. My uncle was on the same PT boat with Kennedy. My mother double dated with Kennedy before he was president. You know, my uncle was on the same PT boat, and the same uncle played Broadway. You know, I mean, as Teddy Roosevelt, I guess, is what I heard. And my mother was Polish and German, and my dad was Irish from East Orange, New Jersey. And that's what he was, an Irishman. You know what I'm saying?
So, it must run in the family.
Yeah, it runs in the family a little bit. But I'm very grateful. I had amazing teachers, you know. I mean, it's the little things in life, you know, like when they got tired of suspending me in school, you know, I used to work with the janitor. And the janitor was cool. He let me smoke in the janitor's room, because that's what I was getting suspended for at 14 years old, you know. And at 14 years old, I was in 2 unions. I was in the laborers union in New Jersey, and I was in the carpenters labor union in Florida, you know. Yeah. So when they suspended me from school, I just went to work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So then at some point you got into some trouble.
Yeah, well, they sent me to this trade school. I learned to play a little bit on the guitar there. And little by little, there was a lot of drugs in Miami. You know, that's when the CIA was bringing in a lot of coke and stuff, you know. And I never messed with a lot of coke. But, you know, I mean, I've done my share of psychedelics, you know. And, you know, I seen the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. And I've seen how that whatever it is, a shadow government or whatever it is, you know, has literally attacked a lot of musicians. And I was just hearing about that, you know, and I'm like, wow, that's heavy, you know. What, for telling the truth, you know?
Right. Well, that's
where's
the
where's
reason why we have music.
Yeah, where's the First Amendment?
So the artist can express.
Yeah, amen, bro. I mean, that's what it's all about. And Hollywood is New World Order, and I don't know why people even deal with them. And they're kind of like CNN, you know.
Right. Well, you know, there's a celebrity status that it's just part of society. We like to look up to people and look up to things for leadership and stuff like that. But it can be like in a misguided, you know, in a misdirected way, so that we start idolizing other people and things that we shouldn't. But that's why we really need to, you know, help get out local artists and local musicians, because they're the ones telling the stories that's out here on the streets and where they're from and stuff like that. You know, we need to lift them up and get them exposure that they need, so that we can stay true to who we are in our community, and we can recognize what's going on in our community and stuff like that. So the people who have voices, we need to make sure that they're heard, and not shut them out from society.
Well, we also have an entertainment license now for the city of Roseville. It is Freedom Enterprises, and it is an entertainment company, because that's the way it's signed up for entertainment. And so we can shoot shows here, we can shoot documentaries, we can unite and show people how we can, as a people, can do better, you know. Unite down to the residential level, you know. I mean, I keep talking about it, you know. Well, you know, we can have chickens in the backyard. Somebody don't have chickens, and bring them a chicken coop, you know. Shoot, man. You know what I mean? Show them how to build one, you know. Get donations for wire somehow. I don't know. But right now, United Citizens for America is a private club for Americans, and they're not in it. Is what it is, and it's for we the people. And I don't know. I truly believe it's what God has me doing. I've never stayed with nothing this long, this hard, which has been coming on 6 years now, and because.
Except for the wife.
Well, my wife, yeah, oh, that's an amazing story. Yeah, I've been married 6 times, and I've been with my 6th wife now for 21 years last month. And no, God, next month. 21 years next month, in July 14th. Dang, I even remember the day, man.
We're gonna have to have a party.
Don't let me forget that, man.
Okay.
And hopefully she'll be coming home soon. It's a matter of finances right now. And we have a construction company with me, and then I also network with another construction company, which is Braden Scott, and also Cornerstone Construction, and they do heat and air and stuff like that. But Braden Scott does a lot of the solar stuff.
That's One Energy, yeah.
Yeah, One Energy. Yeah, that's a good one. And so what we're doing is little small jobs, trying to get back up and going with the construction company, because it's just not like coming up out of the mud, you know. It had been down a while, and then I had vehicle problems because the city of Sacramento put a boat on my truck, and that was a quagmire. I almost lost it, you know. That was funny. And it's a riot, you know, and I say that, I say this is the Pat Riot show, and my life's a riot, and if you live in America, your life's a riot too, you know? And truth is truth, and it's all out. All the truth is out. These globalists got the gloves off, they don't care. According to Alex Jones, they're scared, you know, and we're here today. Personally, I am a Christian. In the name of Jesus, I am here today, and a lot of my crew is that way. And we are the Freedom House Band. We are United Citizens for America. We are thirdeyeradio.com, and we are the Freedom House Band. Did I say that already?
Yeah.
Okay. There we are. So, Mr. Wade's not back yet.
He's back.
He's back.
Yeah.
Oh, good. We're gonna eat.
Yeah.
Oh, amen, bro.